All right. Unfortunately, we have to do updates every day now on people that you might know that have coronavirus. So today it's Chris Cuomo, anchor on CNN. He tested positive for the coronavirus. He's sequestered in his own home right now. And, the title of the video is Why Does It Matter? First, it matters just as a human being. You should care about everybody who gets coronavirus, and I hope to God that you do. Secondly, I know Chris a little bit from appearing on his show and talking to him before that and on air, off air, etc. He's not an old friend or a close friend, but I know him from that context, and so it affects me more. I'm keeping it real with you guys, which is going to be the main point of this video, which is that so I know him a tiny bit from appearing with him from time to time, but look, people believe that they know celebrities oftentimes even more than they know their neighbors, and there's some truth to that. I mean, they folks feel like they're friends and family, depending on also a little bit how personable the host is. So, like when people come up to me and they're fans of the show and they think they know me from watching a long time, you probably do know me. That is me. And so I might not know you, but you know me, and I feel that bond with you. Some folks who make wrong assumptions about me don't know me at all, but those are usually the critics, etc. But that's normal. And look, I do a show obviously that's way more in touch with you guys and personal, and especially in the post games, we share a ton of personal stories. So that's for the members. You know how to become a member. I think you do. Anyway, Chris is more of a cable news anchor, but among the cable news anchors, he's the least robotic, and he's the most personable, in my opinion, but I think in the opinion of a lot of people. So I think an audience member feels close to Chris. So look, this is a funny thing where this is all in service of convincing right-wingers that they should save their lives. And it's a little bit of an overgeneralization, but not by much. And it's not to make it political. I'm just telling you the reality of what it is today in America. For people that are that are on the left wing, you don't have to convince them, generally speaking, to be careful about coronavirus. They get it. You know why? Because they believe scientists, they believe doctors, they believe facts. It's the culture on the right where they say, oh, well, the governor of Alabama says, oh, this ain't New York or California, this is Alabama. I don't know what that means. So, and I've talked about this in a couple of other videos where there's now this cultural divide where some in the right wing, definitely not all, maybe not, I hope not even most, but a significant percentage think it's no big deal because Trump and Fox News at different times told him it was no big deal. Trump, being who he is, says it's no big deal. It's a huge deal. I'm the best. I'm the best. If it's no big deal, I'm the best. If it's the biggest deal in the world, etc. So he's got people discombobulated. And so when someone like Chris gets sick, if they watch him on CNN, it might register more like, oh, I know Chris Cuomo. Man, even he's sick? Of course. Look, this thing is crazy contagious. Look, it's how fatal it is and how lethal it is up for great debate. It just might be that so many people have it and we don't realize it because we don't have test kits. So it's actually a little less fatal than we might think it is. But man, it's unbelievably contagious. So Chris says that he was in touch with some folks that might have had it because they were in the studio. Now think about that. All the folks, why do you think we're broadcasting from home? Why do you think I got this background? Because we don't want our staff exposed to it. We don't want our stage crew exposed to it, etc. And CNN has more money, so they wipe stuff down 24/7. I hope they're super careful with it, but nonetheless, one of their top anchors got it. So, look, things that resonate with Trump supporters. Mike Francesca, I hope we're going to talk more about on the live show tonight. Live shows, of course, every day at 6 o'clock Eastern. Don't miss it. YouTube.com/TYT. Or as always, you can get it on TYT.com as well. Mike Francesca was a Trump supporter. Yesterday goes off on him and goes, What do you mean 198,000 other people are going to die and that would be a success? It's like, that's not a success. That's 200,000 dead people in America. What are you, nuts? And he's like, we're in New York. Francesca says, Mike and the Mad Dog were a team for a long time if you don't know sports. Again, we'll talk more about it on the live show, but the quick version of it is this guy is a legendary sports talk show host, and I might not agree with most of his politics, but when he comes back around and goes, I got people coming out in body bags in a hospital near me. Don't tell me it's not a big deal. Stuff like that resonates. Politically, in the long term, that might be trouble for Trump, but that's not the point now. The point is, for God's sake, if you're left wing, but mainly if you're right wing, take it seriously. If you're ever going to listen to us at any point, this is the time to do it. Science is real. Science is indisputable. Politics is a different ballgame. So I hope to God Chris is okay. And the reason he's getting a lot of love across the country and the media landscape today, one, obviously, we're human beings and we know the guy and he's a good guy. Personally, he's a very, very decent person. But the second reason is because he's really, really open-minded. I don't agree with a lot of Chris's politics. I think his politics is far more moderate. I'm progressive, and we will sometimes battle about that on air. But at least he allows progressives a platform. He allows the right wing a platform. He allows moderates a platform, which is very rare in cable news. You can say it's a low bar, that's fine. But he's about the only guy who clears it. So that's a giant deal. So that's why he has love across the political spectrum. That's why, I mean, I would hope to God we'd all be rooting for him no matter what. But since he has that love, there's an extra bit of like, God, we hope he's okay and his family's okay, etc. And of course, he's worried about his family. And when I was sick earlier, not coronavirus, but the number one thing I was worried about, and this was about 2 weeks ago, is my family okay? And understandably, that's what Chris is worried about. The only potential silver lining here is people taking this disease far more seriously when they see it happening to celebrities or people they know. In Francesca's case, Mike Francesca's case, he's seeing it to people he knows. He's seeing it in his city. He's seeing it in his backyard. For the audience, when they see Chris has it, they go, oh, okay. Because one last thing, guys, about this, and then we have so much more in the live show coming up at 6 o'clock, is that we feel like, because it's relatively true, that celebrities are in another America, right? They're above the law. They, float on a cloud. I'm not trying to be derisive. It's just reality. Rich folks can hire a team of lawyers and oftentimes escape justice. That they get different tax breaks. All this, all the different things that and this cuts across racial lines. It cuts across politics. We all know there's different rules for rich people, celebrities, etc. Just one, because that's the state of America, but two, because of logically they have more money, they can get better treatment, they can get better lawyers, etc. Right? So when we see it affect the celebrity, we go, whoa, it even affects celebrities. This thing is real. So I don't know that you needed any more message that it's real, although apparently some people do. I mean, there's a lot of folks, there's also potentially in the show today, it might be in the members only part, guy got arrested because he's got symptoms of coronavirus and he's going around town potentially infecting everybody because some people are still not taking it seriously. So I hope this gets through to folks and you do take it seriously. And we wish Chris Cuomo the best, and we hope he gets better as soon as possible. Hang in there, brother. We're all rooting for you. All right. See you on the live show soon.